Hi, I'm Ngozi.
And I'm Nnena.
And in this video, we're going to introduce ourselves properly. We realize we have so many videos out. Been doing this for like over a year, and we never really sat down and like talked about who we are or what we do, or like just talked about ourselves in general. So I guess this is going to be like our intro video a year later, but it's going to be like our introduction video. So let's start.
Okay, so my name is Nnena and I am Ngozi's sister, as you all probably know. So I don't know, like, what is some fun facts about us? Okay, we're twins, obviously,
And that's what the name of our blog is, Ejima. That means twins in Igbo. We're Nigerian-American. Our parents are Nigerian. I guess that makes us Nigerian, but we weren't raised in Nigeria. We're raised in America, so
born and raised
in America. So we're Nigerian-American. But like growing up, people used to always refer to us as Ejima and stuff like that. So we just, when we're thinking about like a channel name, that was the one that stood out like the most of a bunch of like other things we can call each other, call ourselves. So for people who aren't
Excuse the sweaters, it's winter over here.
For people who aren't Nigerian and they see that, I know it's not something you would really understand. So that's like the first thing we want to explain is that Ejima means twins in Igbo.
All right. Second off, we live in New Jersey. Okay, it's northeast stand up.
Yeah, New Jersey. Lived here all our lives, but we both went to undergrad in Philadelphia. We both went to Temple University. Graduated in 2013. It's been a while. Right now I'm in grad school, and you are working.
I'm a health professional.
Yeah, she's working, so she's making all the money when I'm studying all the time.
I wish.
So what do we like to do? Well, that's going to be individual. We share some interests. We have some similarities, some differences, of course, but I like
anything that's not clubbing or anything associated with what the typical young person likes to do.
Yeah, I don't like clubbing. I hate clubbing. I hate going to club. I'm a homebody, but then also to me it's really weather dependent. Like once it gets cold, like how it is right now, like it's very hard to like go outside of like school or the gym, things that you have to do. But I like the gym. Even the gym, yeah, it's hard to get. You don't have to go in the cold weather. Like work and school, besides that, is very difficult. But I like watching Nigerian movies. I like reading. I like cooking. I like eating. Eating is like, probably like number one.
You like cooking?
Yes, I do like cooking. You didn't know that?
No, because our fridge is empty.
Like you don't eat what I cook. She eats weird healthy stuff. So I like cooking. Pretty much just regular stuff. Nothing crazy. Nothing out of the ordinary.
What do I like to do? Honestly, at this point in my life, nothing really moves me like that. Like I'm okay staying home by myself and going to work and traveling once in a while. I'll be fine. Like I don't really
traveling once in a while.
Anyway, I don't have any like specific interests. I'm just like whatever. If I'm down for whatever. Nothing. I don't have anything specifically I care for doing, but there's nothing I won't do. Like I'm just down.
I won't do if it's free, but to pay for
like I'm just down for whatever. But like going out in general I don't really care for it. Like I can stay home.
Yeah, the things I listed are not going out stuff. Everything I do literally is in my house, watching movies, cooking, eating, like reading, like everything's I do it in my house. Like there's nothing like I don't really go out to do anything crazy.
Okay, so next question. Why did we start our YouTube channel? Okay. Well, I was like last summer maybe like July, August, I was home for a while, like looking for jobs. No, before July and August, like May, June, I was applying for jobs and like, you know, going through that phase of life. And then I just realized, like, I remember I watched a lot of YouTubers, and one of them she had made a video about like, you know, now is the time to start YouTube if you're interested, you know, before it gets like saturated, which it already is pretty populated. But and I just thought to myself, I'm like, okay, I watch these YouTubers consistently and nothing really is that, what I say, like extreme or extra about, like they're normal people like me. And I find their lives interesting, and I find what they're doing interesting just because I physically just like their personalities, at least from YouTube. So then I figured I was like, I feel as if, if I can watch other people, why can't they watch me? And especially because I know like I'm not really into like beauty and like hair, a lot of things that made a lot of YouTubers back in the day really popular. I don't really have those type of talents. I'm not really interested in those type of things. So that's why we start off really with vlogging, because it was just something that I felt as if you don't need to be like like a fashionista, or you don't have to be a makeup artist or like a hairstylist to be able to vlog. It's just showing your everyday life. So that's for me.
Yeah, for me it was just something like a way to express yourself, because I feel like especially being in school when you're doing everything that's always so, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Is it concrete, or is it the word I'm looking for is specific,
monotone,
or everything that's very just
dynamic.
like, yeah, like sometimes you just need like a creative outlet, like something to like work on that other side of your brain, have that working. So I'm just like, she came with an idea. I'm like, why not? Can't hurt. Definitely has been a learning experience from then until now. It's a lot of work. I respect YouTubers even 10 times as more than I did before.
10 times as more?
10 times more than I did before, because just understanding how much work it takes, especially when you're at that level, like people who are really good and have like a following and people are expecting content
but
for
in a
them.
sense, I feel like it's not really a
consistently.
fair. I always respected them. I always knew it was a lot of work, but I think what makes it hard is when you're trying to do it and you still like work a 9 to 5. You're still in school, because
Well, most YouTubers started with a 9. No one just started doing YouTube.
yeah, but that's why it's not as consistent, because you can't drop 3 videos a week and be doing all of that, and you're working 80 hours a week.
But to me,
60
honestly,
hours a week.
consistency is nice, but also number one thing, like from what I've watched for you, is content. Because I don't think people want you to be consistent, but even me watching,
if you're gonna be a big YouTuber, you can't be dropping a video every 4 weeks.
Consistent, at the same time, you need quality stuff. Like I know when I watch, there's certain things, and when I'm watching YouTube video, I look for something that's short and concise. I don't like watching stuff that are long, and I just feel like a lot of stuff are just not adding value to what I'm watching. There's so many things there's so many
but
things
that's
that contribute
specific.
to
Once
it.
you have a certain status, people are gonna watch your videos.
Of course, people are
regardless.
gonna watch it regardless. Of course,
It doesn't matter what you're putting up. Like, of course, they're still looking for those qualities. Maybe you'll lose some people if you don't keep up with those things that people are looking for. But in general, I just feel like it's more stressful. I can see why I noticed if you really pay attention to a lot of YouTubers, they don't really boom overnight. Like, they've been doing YouTube like for 7 years, like maybe 2 years ago they got really popular. Because if you're working, like it's only but so many YouTube videos you're gonna put up during that time when you're busy with work, you're busy with school. Even people that don't have full-time jobs that are YouTubers go months without dropping anything, because life just happens. You get sick, or you're having a baby or something. So, but anyway, that's besides the point.
Yeah, my biggest issue I think is just finding a niche. I think that a lot of the big YouTubers, like she said, they have fashion,
makeup,
they do makeup, they do hair, they do lifestyle, they do cooking. Like they have like a niche.
Cooking.
Yes, they have the niche. Like they have something. Like, okay, if I'm going on YouTube and I'm looking for a new YouTuber to follow, what do I want to see? Like, am I going to watch someone who just, I know the newest clothes out? I'm going to watch someone.
I think that's like a hard part about YouTube, like finding what you fit in.
Finding your niche. I think that's the hardest part. You can have more than one. There's people who do multiple things. It's not just one.
And a lot of people on YouTube, they have kids, or they have, so like a mom would watch them because she's relating to what they do with their kids. You know what I mean? Or maybe they're like, but for us, I just feel like our lives are pretty for the most part, I feel like it's pretty simple. Like I'm not a celebrity. I don't go to events and get made up every day. I'm not a fashionista. Like,
but at the same time, I think that's what made YouTube popular, because everyday people can go on and just show their everyday life. I feel like same time you're kind of overthinking it. Like at the same time, I think that's what makes me relate to these people when I see people who are regular and they're doing stuff that I would do, and I feel like, okay, yeah, I could do this, or I would actually think about this, or I've thought about this. It's just speaking about their everyday experiences. The relatability part, I think, is what a lot of people are looking for now when it comes to social media as a whole. They want someone they can relate to, like someone who
but those people they relate to are people that are doing like things like, I don't know how to wear eyebrows, let me use.
But the funniest part I feel about YouTube is that there's a difference between not liking to do something and not being able to do it. Because I think I come around a lot of YouTubers, and they may not necessarily be at the greatest of what they do, but people still enjoy them doing whatever they like doing or what their interests are. Like especially with the whole makeup stuff like that, is very subjective. It's very, like, at this day and age, almost like everyone thinks or everyone likes doing makeup. So it's like, I don't think you can ever really go wrong with that. if I make sense, because it's like it's very subjective. Like what to me could be good.
Yeah, but I
makeup.
feel like the people online that are doing YouTube and Get Ready With Me, they actually know how to do makeup for the most part.
But that's the point I'm saying. That's to you. But I think I watch a lot of YouTubers who I don't really care for their makeup, but I still enjoy watching them. I don't think they do anything special.
I'm pretty sure they will do makeup better than you would do it. So that's why
I feel like they just do it a lot. So physically, they just have more experience doing it, but I don't think there's anything special. Like I think I could only name really a few YouTubers that I really think can really do makeup. And I don't think I even watch YouTubers who I think they do anything special makeup wise. But I don't think that's the only reason I'm watching them. I just like the personality. Exactly, it's deeper than what they were doing. If they were painting and they couldn't really paint and they acted the same, I would still watch them because I just like them as a person. So we come back to that whole personality and people wanting people they can relate to. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
on that note,
yeah,
that's us. That's our intro.
for now. Maybe we'll do a part 2 later.
If you have any questions or any comments, just leave them below.
And subscribe.
Subscribe. Like.